Welcome to the Trust and Believe NOMADCAST, a podcast that talks about mental health, life lessons, unbridled motivation, and unique storytelling. Here is your host, retired Army Master Sergeant, Mr. Anderson.
Welcome to episode 73 of the Trust and Believe NOMADCAST. I am your host, Mr. Anderson. Thank you for tuning in today on the 17th of February, 2022. Got a great show lined up for you guys today. Before we get started with anything, we got to take care of some housekeeping notes. The TNBNomadCast.buzzsprout.com continues to serve as your one-stop shop for all your NOMADCast needs. For the audio side of the house, you can see it on the rolling screen. Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Amazon, so many podcast platforms, your favorite podcast platforms, you can find the NOMADCast on there. Now, for social media, LinkedIn, go ahead and connect with me. Instagram, please like and follow. TikTok, go ahead and like and follow. And also, last but not least, YouTube. If you like what you see, you like what you hear, go ahead and click that subscribe button now, and go ahead and click that bell icon button, and now you'll be notified of the latest and greatest as it relates to the NOMADCast. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. Let's increase those subscriptions. Let's increase the likes, increase the follows. Let's build this thing from the ground up. I said it the other day talking about the caboose and the engine. I understand, and I am comfortable right now at this present stage being at the caboose. A year from now, I will not be comfortable being at the caboose. I want to be at least at the middle cars, and then 2 or 3 years down the line, be at the engine. But right now, I'm at the caboose. Let's continue to work. Tell your family member, tell your friends. Go ahead and subscribe to the Trust and Believe NOMADCast. Got some great stuff on there. All right, so today is Gym Shoe Stories on a Thursday. And before I get started, before I even get into the segment, I want to talk about a player whose shoes I'm going to review today. Is LeBron James. And LeBron James, plays for the Los Angeles Lakers. He's won a championship with the Lakers. He's won a championship with the Cavaliers. Won a championship with the Miami Heat. Come from a single mother. You can go on the internet and do the history on it. But one thing about this guy, I really respect this cat for the way he moves, the way he takes care of his family. His wife is always with him. His son, Bronny, is doing great things on the basketball court. And for so many things that people try to shoot darts at LeBron about and try to be negative about him, this cat does a lot. He got the school going on in Akron. So there's so many good things about this guy. And that's one of the reasons why I want to talk about a couple pair of his shoes. It'll be the LeBron 17s and the LeBron 16s. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into Gym Shoe Stories on a Thursday. Yes. So like I mentioned, Gym Shoe Stories on a Thursday today. For this particular shoe, there's no historical value with this shoe, right? This is not a shoe that I had way back in the 80s because these shoes just came out a couple years ago, right? 3 to 4 years ago. So there's not a historical value with me in the shoes. I just want to conduct a review, kind of talk about some of the facts, unknown facts about the shoes, and give an overall scope on how the shoe feels when I wear it. I'm not playing basketball in it. Them days are over. All my basketball now is played on the PlayStation, right? But I want to talk about how the shoe feels, what I think about the shoe, the aesthetics of the shoe, the silhouettes of the shoe, everything about it. So let's go ahead and get started with the LeBron 17, right? And I'll show you both of them. And this is the LeBron 16. Now, for the Roman numeral folks, you got the XVIIs, 17, and the XVI for 16. Ding, ding, ding. We all paid attention in school. But you notice the differences between the shoe. There's more of a high top, right? It also looks like an old school Jordan with the we used to call them a shoestring holder back in the day, but I dive into it. And then you also here, it's almost like a mid cut, right? So again, the LeBron 17 and the LeBron 16. So let's go and dive into the LeBron 17. And I got some fun facts about these shoes. I'll tell the fun facts about this shoe, and then I go over how I feel about the shoe when I'm wearing it. So a couple fun facts about this shoe. According to Nike, and this is all from Nike.com, it has the highest volume heel max air unit ever in a LeBron shoe. And what they're saying is You look at all the Air Maxes from back in the day, even current Air Maxes, it's this traditional Nike air bubble. They're the ones that first had the visible air bubble in shoes, right? And they actually copyrighted that so other brands can't do that. Every brand has their own version of an aerosol, right? I remember back in the day, everyone used to do this. Used to take a needle and bust up in the aerosol, and you hear that, right? So, according to Nike, it has the highest volume heel max air unit ever in a LeBron shoe. If you look at some of the LeBron shoes, even the 16s I'm going to pull out now, well, after this, you can tell the difference. A lot of them doesn't have these air bubbles. Another fun fact, the shoe has 2 independent air zoom pods up under the forefoot, like so. See these air zoom pods? Trying to zoom in here. Now you notice you'll see almost like a little air bubble, if you will, up in here. And then I go to the other side as well, right? Now this is for guys that's pivoting, guys and ladies that's pivoting on the basketball court. You know, your shoe is moving. The forefoot is definitely, it's almost like the control element of that foot, because, you know, you have your right side here, your left side here, and everything is in the center. It controls the forefoot. I guess helps manage the forefoot properly to reduce injuries. Then the shoe also introduces the knit posit. And you see here, the knit posit right there. That's just different type of material. And everyone that's familiar with Nikes, you have foam posits, so on and so forth. But this is the knit posit. And if I put it up to the microphone, you can hear that scratching, right? It's not so much hard, but it's a very durable. Let's put it that way. It's a very durable material. I like it. They come in different colorways as well. So this is not the actual, this is not the only color. There's so many other colors for this shoe. But again, I like the accents of it. This thing just screams, it's phenomenal. I say that with all the shoes, right? They're all phenomenal. But I like how they have the red accents in here, right? All the way around towards the back, the heel portion, and on the sides as well. And then you see on the inside of it, they kind of deteriorate. They don't last as long, right? So I like these little speckles here, how you just specked across. That's pretty cool. Also, the signature LeBron, which is this one, details have been shifted to the tongue. Now, when you look at the tongue, look at that. This is almost like a corduroy, almost like a felt feeling. Number 23, which was his number. He's since reverted back to 6. The LeBron James logo, see the L and the J with the king hat in the middle. As you see, 23, LeBron. And he has this Nike, his actual signature, his Nike signature dunk move. Now, this is reminiscent of the old school Jordans when it comes with this thing here. Now, one thing I do like about this shoe, look at that. See the eyes? I'm about to say the eye of the tiger. The eye of the king. The king is considered the lion, right? Very descriptive. Really love that shoe. And you can really tell up in there as well. And then the rest of the toe box here. It's almost, again, like a corduroy feeling to it. Phenomenal shoe. This shoe originally came out January of 2020. These are known as the LeBron James 17 infrareds. Yep, the infrareds, high top versions. They have a low top version as well. And then if you look at the back of here, I'm assuming this is almost like a king crown. See how it goes in, it dips down, comes back up, and traverses down. This is a phenomenal shoe. Right, so I talked about this shoe. I'm going to review the 16s, and then I'm going to give you my overall feel on how the shoe. Because just like some these other shoes, I've worn these. Another thing I want to talk about, the backwards Nike sign, right? That's dope. So that's the LeBron 17 infrared, the infrareds, right? Phenomenal shoe. Now let's go to, let me go ahead and click my cursor here. Let's go to the LeBron 16s. Now these are known as the hot lavas, the black hot lava. Now you may say, well, where's the freaking lava at? Some may say this is salmon. Some may say this is pink. But according to Nike, according to LeBron, these are known as hot lava, right? It's a very comfortable shoe as well. This one actually feels better than the 17, and I give my reasons once I sum this up. Now, according to Nike, this has the Battle Knit 2.0, this material right here. Again, a lot of these shoes are consistent. They almost feel like the old school corduroy. Remember the corduroy tough skins that we used to buy from Sears back in the day? it has this feeling to it. It's soft, but not hard. So I guess it's durable, you could say, right? This is considered the Battle Knit 2.0. Another thing from Nike, it combined the Max Air Zoom cushioning system that helps absorb the landings. Now, if you look at the air bubbles, you notice the difference. On the back heel of this is the traditional Nike Air Max bubble. But you see here, they broke these bubbles up into pods. As you can see, the bubbles here, then it breaks off, has its own segregated pod, then it moves to another pod. Once you see the bottom of the shoe, you can tell the difference between the pods. So it's a pod of air, and a pod of air. Now, according to Nike, what that does is it helps absorb contact for hard landings that bounces back with energy in return. It's a lot of speak for, hey, this shoe, it'll prevent your foot from you hurting yourself with wearing these shoes, right? Another thing I like about this shoe is the traditional hooks in the back here. Nike loves these hooks back here. One thing they talk about the tongue, if you look at this tongue, it's almost, consistent with an accordion, right? And it's supposed to relieve pressure on that instep as well. As you can see here, it has this different lacing system, right? It's like all the lacing holes are embedded in here in this Battle Knit 2.0. It's a very simple tongue. Now, if you're looking at this shoe, you may ask yourself, there was another shoe back in the day that Andre Agassi used to wear, and you can see the pic here. This is reminiscent of the Air Tech Challenges that Andre Agassi used to wear. He used to be a tennis player, right? But those were the white versions. And then what else Nike is saying about here? I talked about that. The extra lace feeds into the upper, letting you customize your lacing. I already discussed that. So again, this is another phenomenal shoe. Nike Air in the back, and I like how the hot lava, the pink, the salmon, whatever color you want to call it. I like how they integrated all that in there, and almost made it almost like a spray paint effect, where you have like the trickles of the spray, the residue of the spray, and this part of the spray deepens. So I think that's pretty dope. And back here is a nice soft leather, again with the hook. So again, another phenomenal shoe, a phenomenal design with Nike as well. Now, the thing about this shoe, right? I've worn this shoe probably 2 or 3 times, and I will tell you, this is probably one of the most comfortable basketball shoes I have ever wore in my life. I'm going to say that again. This LeBron 16 Hot Lava, you can call it hot salmon, hot pink, hot whatever. They call it the Hot Lava. This is probably one of the most comfortable basketball shoes I have wore in my life. I tell you, it's a seamless fit with my foot, and I have a wide foot. I've had surgeries on my foot. But I will tell you, from the way this foot feels, all the way from the forefoot to the instep and to the back of the heel, nothing is constricting, nothing is binding, very sophisticated feel. It feels like a very comfortable dress shoe, but it's a basketball shoe. Now, due to my physical condition and, this and that and the third, I ain't playing no basketball unless it's on the PlayStation. So I can't tell you how these feel from a basketball perspective. However, I can tell you how these feel from a person that loves gym shoes perspective, a person that loves Nike basketball perspective. These gym shoes right now, I would say they're probably in my top 10 in terms of feel, comfort, durability. You can wear them with shorts. You can wear them with cargo pants. You can wear them with no socks. If you wear these with no socks, you better put some daggone foot powder in here or wear some no-show socks. But again, this is a phenomenal shoe. I really like the way this shoe feels. Now, let's go to the LeBron 17s. This is another phenomenal shoe. However, this shoe is probably one of the worst shoes for comfortability. Now, what I will say, just the extension of my anger towards this shoe in terms of fit. The last time I wore this shoe, I had one of those thick Nike basketball socks, and that may contributed to the fact that my feet were not comfortable at all. So I think the next time I wear these, I'll wear a thin Nike sock with these shoes. But all that withstanding, this shoe was very tight, especially around the instep, the forefoot. This area right here where this daggone lion has his red eyes, hot lava eyes or whatever it is, it was very tight up in here, very tight. And again, it could have been due to the fact that I wore a very thick Nike basketball sock with this, right? So again, next time I'll wear a thinner sock. The heel, it was rubbing against my heel in the back here. And this is a size 10, and I wear a size 10. I know a lot of times they tell you if you wear a 10, move up to 10 and a half. It all depends on the shoe. But again, I think moving forward, the next time I wear these, I will daggone wear a thinner sock. But nonetheless, this is still a phenomenal shoe. Again, my favorite part of this shoe is also the Nike air bubbles, the backwards Nike sign, and this tongue. This tongue is very descriptive. If you look at the 17's tongue compared to the 16's, I know it's two different shoes, but it's night and day. And I like how each shoe, just like society, just like with anything, you should get better each and every day. 1% better, 1% better a year. And you look at the difference of the tongue. Very plain tongue, very old school, very classic tongue. But look at this. This has the LeBron corduroy. I'm assuming this is corduroy. The 23 number, right? The old school Jordan little shoe tab. And then look at the LeBron. It got his logo in here. And the Kings, the lion with the eyes and everything. Very descriptive. That is freaking beautiful. The aesthetics of this shoe, the silhouette of the shoe, to me is better than this one, right? But the 16, in my opinion, right? The 16 feels a lot better than the 17s. But I think if you're just going for aesthetics, silhouettes, and just the beauty of it, to me, this shoe looks better. Again, look at the back of it. Look at that. It's another phenomenal shoe. Again, I say this in all my shoes. This is a phenomenal shoe. And I wish I wear this shoe more than I do. But I'll show some pictures on here. You can see a couple here. This shoe, I'm telling you, it looks great wearing shorts. I wouldn't necessarily wear this with jeans. I mean, you can wear them with jeans if you want. But to me, Nike basketball shoes always look better with freaking shorts, right? Whether it's basketball shorts, whether it's cargo shorts, or just chilling out shorts. Because when you wear jeans with these type of shoes, you tend to hide everything on a shoe. And all you end up seeing is that. So this type of shoe, don't hide it. Display this backwards Nike sign. Display the air bubbles. Display the freaking tongue. And wear you some low-cut socks with this. Oh, man, you be winning. And then look at this. And I talked about this already. It's almost like the King's crown. Phenomenal. This is called the knit posit, right? This different type of material. So you have the knit posit on here for the LeBron 17s. And then you have the battle. What is it called? The battle knit 2.0, right? There's right here. You know, they have all these, sophisticated nomenclatures for these shoes. The battle knit 2.0 and the 7.5. Look, man, I'm from Detroit. Dude, this feels like corduroy, right? But again, two phenomenal shoes, right? Again, the reason I reviewed these shoes is just something in my spirit. LeBron's been in the news lately with his Lakers struggling. And I want to talk about two of his shoes that I really enjoy, that I really like. And these are the only two pair of LeBrons that I've ever had in my life. So not a lot of, not a track record with LeBrons. But I'm gonna start buying more of his shoes because I really like the dude as a person. I like him as a basketball player, and probably more importantly, I like him as a father. I like him as a husband. I think this dude is doing the right things. He gets a lot of flack just like the rest of the athletes do. But this dude is solid. So again, this has been the LeBron 17. This is a phenomenal shoe, man. I really like this shoe. Phenomenal. The LeBron 17, the infrared. The LeBron 16s, the hot lava. Now, you may say, dude, that's pink. Dude, that's salmon. Hot lava. Nike says it's hot lava. We'll go with hot lava. Phenomenal shoes. Now, I talked about my discomfort with these. I talked about my comfort with these. If I had to wear any of these, if someone said, hey, you only can wear one shoe for the rest of the year, stylistically, I like this one better. But if I'm looking for comfort, I'm wearing this one. But again, two phenomenal shoes from LeBron James, the LeBron 17s and LeBron 16s. Yep, I like them both. So that concludes my gym shoe story on the Thursday. Not really a gym shoe story. It's more of a review. Talk about some fun facts about the shoe. You saw different silhouettes of the shoe. They have various colorways of these shoes as well. But again, I like them both as well. One is just better than the other as it relates to comfort and discomfort. But yeah, man, that's been fun. That's been fun. All right, so that'll conclude today's gym shoe story on a Thursday. More of a review, but I think I provided a story as well. So stay tuned tomorrow. We got Finally It's Friday. So we're going to have a surprise for you guys as well. Stay tuned, stay locked. Appreciate you guys tuning in today. Have a great day. All the best. All praises due. Continue to like, subscribe, follow. Tell your family members about the Trust and Believe NOMADCAST. Tell your friends about the Trust and Believe NOMADCAST. Tell your coworkers about the Trust and Believe NOMADCAST. Spread the word. Spread the word. Spread the word. Trying to do some great and phenomenal things with this podcast. Again, I want to be one of the greats, but I can't be one of the greats if I don't have you guys helping me be great. Again, we all win in this, but I need those subscriptions. I need those likes. I need those follows. I need it all. TikTok, Instagram. Connect with me on LinkedIn, YouTube, everywhere. You can find me. I am on your favorite podcast platforms. I am everywhere. Like I used to tell them soldiers when I was a Master Sergeant, you can find Master Sergeant Anderson anywhere. I'm everywhere. Appreciate the love. Again, all praises due. All the best. See y'all tomorrow for Finally It's Friday. Peace and love, y'all.